this one.
Hey, boss. Yo.
Hey. So this week is the first Huck Finn week, and we have to make it really good. So let's watch some episodes.
The book Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain provides a unique look into the panorama of the religious views of the times. This presentation depicts Huck's progression through the religious and moral issues he faces.
Huck, if you keep up behaving like this, you'll end up in the bad place.
Well, I wished I was there.
Don't say that, Huck.
I didn't mean no harm by it. All I wanted was to go somewhere. All I wanted was a change. I weren't particular.
In the good place, all a body's got to do is walk around all day long with a harp and sing forever and ever.
Do you think Tom Sawyer will be there?
Not by a considerable sight.
That made me glad though, because I wanted me and him to be together.
Huck, if you pray every day, you'll get everything you ask for.
It weren't so though. I tried it. Once I got a fish line, but no hooks. I tried for the hooks 3 or 4 times, but I still didn't get them. Miss Watson, can you try and pray for some hooks for me?
No, Huck, don't be foolish.
If a body can get anything they ask for through prayer, why not pray for everything they wanted?
Through praying, a body can get spiritual gifts, Huck. You must always think of other people and never think about yourself.
I couldn't see no advantage in it though, so I reckoned I wouldn't worry about it and just let it go.
While staying with the widow Douglas, Huckleberry is kidnapped by his drunken father, who he calls Pat. In order to get away, Huck fakes his own death. In an effort to find his carcass, they float bread filled with quicksilver on the water, and Huckleberry begins to see some value in religion when a member of the loaf actually finds him, though he is not dead.
You ready? No.
Go! I happen to think how they always put quicksilver in loaves of bread and float them off, because they always go right to the drowned carcass. I reckon the widow or the parsons or someone prayed.
I happen to think how they always put quicksilver in loaves of bread and float them off, because they always go right to the drowned carcass. I reckon the widow or the parson or somebody prayed that this bread would find me. So there ain't no doubt, but there is something in that thing. When a body like the widow or the parson prays, but it don't work for me, and I reckon it don't work for only just the right kind.
Huck and Jim get separated during a storm, and Huck finds his way to the home of the Grangerfords. Huck experiences an interesting religious contradiction when he attends church and notices both families in the congregation loading guns and listening to a sermon about brotherly love.
Today we're going to be talking about brotherly love. Open your books.
Next Sunday, we all went to church, about 3 miles, everybody a horseback. The men took their guns along, so did Buck, and kept them between their knees or stood them handy against the wall. The Shepherdsons done the same. It was pretty orny preaching, all about brotherly love and such like tiresomeness, but everybody said it was a good sermon, and they all talked it over going
liking
home.
what I'm saying, guys.
And had
Great
such
job.
a powerful lot
I
to
saw you
say
write
about
something
faith
down.
and
What
good works
do
and
you
free
think?
grace
I
and
wrote how
free
Huckleberry
foredestination,
demonstrates the art of
and I don't
kindness,
know
form of
what all,
survival,
that
and
it did
form
seem
of
to me to be
identity
one of the roughest
formation.
Sundays I had run
And
across
religion
yet.
is a dubious avenue for knowledge, as it is a romance of traditional literature. Throughout Huckleberry Finn, the romance of Tom's World, the literature of Sir Walter Scott, as many critics have noticed, is rejected in favor of the real world of the river. However, Huck finds it essential to learn the art of lying as the novel proceeds.
Do another close-up of you, like. How long is this? Like the voice of.
Jim and Huck are finally able to rid themselves of the horrible moral influence of the Duke and the King. But Huck reaches a point where he must battle between the religious teachings and the legal code of that time.
Oh boy, my sin is just tearing up my conscience, so I can't even pray. I know what to do. I'll write a letter to Miss Watson confessing everything I've done. That'll fix everything. I feel better now, but I don't really want to turn Jim in. He's my best friend. It seems like if you do good, you feel bad. But if you do bad, other people feel bad. Alright, I'll go to the bad place. Ain't no way I'm turning in my best friend.
Finally, at the end, Huckleberry Finn is surprised to learn that Tom is willing to help free Jim, not because he thought it was the right thing to do, but because he already knew that Jim was a free man. Check it out, we're over here now.
Yeah.
We can look at each other.
Yeah, I did.